psychology, it's pretty weak.
Easy. Look, we can't have any ultimatums. That's what ruined it before for us.
I can't keep feeling like I have to give in, you know? I feel like I give in all the time. I feel like you run my life.
There's still something between us, huh?
You would like to think that's the case, but it isn't.
You are fighting the feeling.
I like all of this attention. I like the word games. I like the flirting. But I'm really not ready for any kind of a commitment.
The closest I come to making a commitment is a definite maybe.
Very good.
So, are we on for dinner tonight?
Oh, definitely maybe.
Okay, come on. We have to bundle up because it is cold outside. Isn't it?
Leave time.
Yes, it is leak time. That's right. Autumn is leak time. Let's see, what do we have in here? We have our sandwich, and we have our crackers, and we have our pear, and we have our milk. Are you going to finish your milk? Do you promise me?
Promise.
Good girl. Good morning.
Good morning, beautiful. How did you get to be so beautiful?
I don't know.
Well, she's all set for school.
How do you like living in your new house?
Good, but I miss the flowers.
Well, we'll get some flowers.
Steve.
Have you had time to think things through?
Well, I was just going to ask you the same thing.
No, the answer is yes. I think this whole thing with McCoy is a mistake. Sorry.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way.
I'm sure we'll be able to talk this out.
I hope so, because as far as I'm concerned, I'm not about to change my mind.
Vincent's injuries are very serious.
But he's going to be all right, Doctor?
Well, I think he'll recover completely in time. He was beaten very badly.
Are there any internal injuries?
Yes, his spleen was affected. I can't tell just how seriously injured it is at the moment. We're keeping a close watch on him. He also has 3 fractured ribs, and there are contusions all over his body.
But you said he will recover, huh?
Short of any unusual complications, I think he'll recover completely.
Thank you. When can I see him?
I'm afraid you'll have to wait. He's resting now.
Well,
I have my rounds.
yes.
You'll excuse me.
Thank you very much, Doctor. Of course.
You're welcome.
Excuse me, Mr. St. George. May I have a few minutes of your time?
Yes, yes. Of course, Lieutenant Morgan. What can I do for you?
You can give me some answers.
You don't seem to understand, Lieutenant Morgan. I am right in the middle of something.
Oh, yes, I understand perfectly. And that's exactly what I want to know about.
What?
What you're right in the middle of.
You put away and then other people just... Oh.
Alma?
What? Can't you see I'm tending to my duties?
We have to talk.
Why is it that everything you say, every word that comes out of your mouth sounds like an order? Is that something you were born with, Countess?
You finished? Now listen to me.
Why, yes, boss lady.
I am not going to allow you to continue to plan on hurting Sandy. Do you understand that?
In my head. But not in my heart. See, it's my heart that tells me to do these crazy things I do. My brain tells me not to do these things. But then I get angry and my heart starts pumping anger.
Look, I don't care what happens to Blaine, but you have got to promise me to leave Sandy
I'm sick
alone.
of promising you. As a matter of true fact, I'm sick of you, Missy. The trouble with you is it's always me, me, me.
Look, Alma, I would advise you to get your brain in gear.
My brain is in gear. It always has been. If I hadn't promised you to let up on Blaine, she wouldn't be around here no more, and my Buzz would be alive. That's what I get for making promises to you.
Look, Alma.
You threaten me all you like, but I'm going to do what I have to do.
Okay. And I can always go to the police.
This part of Another World is brought to you by All Vegetable Crisco, For crisp fried foods that don't taste greasy and for flaky pie crust, you can trust Crisco.
You ain't going to no police.
I will do whatever I have to do to protect Sandy. Now, you'd better get it through your head, Alma, that we can't afford to be enemies. We have to stay partners.
I want to get them. That's all there is to it.
Fine, get Blaine. Get her. It's her fault. Sandy didn't do anything. He's just an innocent bystander.
I don't see it that way.
Look, Alma, what about Maggie? You love Maggie.
What's that got to do with anything?
Sandy is Maggie's father. She needs her father. Are you going to take that away from her?
I don't want to take nothing away from nobody. But I tell you something, Missy. I've had a whole peck of things taken away from me in my lifetime, and ain't nobody cared one little bit.
I care. I do. I care. I swear. Alma, look. I'll help you with Blaine. I'll help you do anything you want to with Blaine. Just promise me you'll leave him alone.
You're going to help me.
I swear I will.
All right. You're going to get your way again as usual. But I'm going to hold you to this. There ain't nothing or anything that I say to you that you ain't.
Now, are you satisfied the garden's well protected for the winter?
Oh, Mac, don't make fun. You have the most beautiful roses I've ever seen, and an early frost can be very destructive.
Yes, it's quite a garden. One of the things I'm going to miss most about this place.
Oh, I will, too.
Now, why don't you stay on for a while?
Yes, Elena, why don't you? I mean, no apartment could possibly compare to this place.
No, well, it isn't the space. I've just made up my mind, that's all. I need a change. And if there's ever anything I can do to help Alma, you will give me a call, won't you?
Why, yes, Countess.
Oh, it's really chilly. How about some coffee?
Yeah, I think that's a wonderful idea.
I'd love some.
Alma, do you think you might arrange that for us?
Why, yes, sir. I'll be glad to.
Thank you. And, of course, getting help isn't the easiest thing these days.
I know what you mean.
Oh, come on. She does her best.
I know she does. Yes, I know that. But I'm really going to have to seriously put my mind to finding another place.
Mac, how can you do that? You haven't even made arrangements for this house yet.
Well, I've made a very substantial start. I spoke to Rachel about taking the house over.
Rachel, here?
Yes. And from her reaction, I think she's going to take me up on it.
Yes, I should think she would.
I'm very glad to hear that, Mac. It really is a wonderful idea. I've always thought Rachel should live here. More than that, I'm glad you'll be closer to town. Living way out in the country can hardly be very good for your social life.
Well, I'll tell you, I haven't been in too much of a social mood lately with all that's been happening.
Well, we're just going to have to make a concerted effort to change that. Look, I could give a dinner party for you. As a matter of fact, I could give a whole series of wonderful, elegant dinner parties.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on, Cecile. There's no rush about it, you know.
I know, but it's an idea. Give it some thought.
I will miss this house.
And the house will miss you. You really brought a marvelous sense of life to this place, Elena.
Well, I'm not disappearing off the face of the earth, you know. You will see me in the office. You will probably...
Excuse me. Or excusez-moi. Right?
Right.
May we?
Very, very good. Thank you for the coffee.
Thank you, Alma.
You may go now,
Well, thank you a bunch. Go to all the trouble getting coffee, the paper, and what do I get? You can go now, Alma.
As I said, help isn't easy to find.
I am afraid the days of people like Louise and Brooks are long past.
What, Mac? What is
Something happened.
Look at this. How could anybody do a thing like that?
Well, whoever did this, they are very dangerous people. Would you excuse me, please? I think I'm going to take a rain check on that coffee. I'll see you later.
Wait a minute, Elena, where are you going? Why don't you sit...
Bye.
Mac, do you have any idea